Hello, this video is for students taking IPC144 at Seneca College. In this video, we will be looking at more details at the functions printf and scanf. Now, we're going to start off by taking a look at a program that I want to write. The program that I want to write is a program that will ask the user to enter two numbers, integers to be more specific, and then print out their sum. What we're going to do is we're going to take what looks pretty much like the Hello World program and we're going to modify it so that it does what I want it to do. So if we take a look at the code right now as it stands, this is the Hello World program, except that instead of printing Hello World, it prints please enter a number. And it doesn't do anything more than that. In order for us to actually read in data from the user, read in some sort of input from the user, we have to use a function called scanf. Now, besides using this function, we also need a place to put the data that the user will enter. We cannot simply leave it somewhere unknown. So to do that, we need variables. Int first. Now, if you forgot what this means, you should refer to the video that I have for data types and variables. It is a very important topic that you should try to understand. So this is a variable called first. Its data type is an int. And if I want to read in some data from the user and store it inside first, I would do so by using the scanf function like so. Ampersand first. Now let's take a look at this function as it illustrates how the scanf function works. A scanf function accepts a string literal just like printf. And what it is a specifier, a way to specify what the expected input should look like. Every time it sees one of these %d or some other format code, what it is saying is that it expects that type of data. So %d is a format code for integers. There are format codes for floating point, there are format codes for characters. So %c, %f, %lf, and so on and so forth. And all this means is that the data that I'm going to be typing in is expected to be some sort of base 10 integer. That's why the D, it's decimal for base 10. And you want to put it into the variable called first. Now you will notice that in front of first I have this ampersand symbol. What this ampersand is the address of operator. It is really important that we actually don't make this some sort of magic character. It's not. It's an operator. Like the plus sign is an operator to do addition, and the minus sign is an operator to do subtraction. The ampersand is an operator that finds the address of a variable. So the reason that we need the ampersand symbol is because C only knows how to do something called pass by value. That is, every time we give a variable to a function, we don't actually give the location in memory. We only give the value that is stored inside that variable. Now, currently, we don't even know what is inside first. So giving it the value of what is in first doesn't actually make any sense. Furthermore, we actually want scanf to take whatever the user types and put it into the variable first. And there's no way that we could do that unless we know where first exists in memory. So that's what this ampersand means. It means give me the location of first in memory, find me the address of first, and then give that address to the function. So the function knows where it is and will put the data that the user types in into the variable location. So that's how that works. Now, that means that so far we've only read in one number. If I wanted to read in another number, then what I would have to do is do another prompt and then do another read. Ampersand second. Now, once I've done this, oh, I have to actually declare my variable second first. Okay, so I have two variables, first and second, and I read them both in. So now that I have these two variables, what I want to do with it is I want to add them up and print up their sum. Now I could actually store this into a third variable if I wanted to, but I could just as easily actually print out the entire sum and be done with it. So the last line of my program is going to simply be echoing what the user entered, what first is, what second is, and then what their sum is. So I'm just going to write a mathematical expression here. Okay. Now, what this is an expression that basically says this. I'm going to be giving to the printf function an integer, and another integer, and then a third integer. So the string, the format string, actually matches the number of variables that I have following this. Now the plus sign and equal sign will simply be printed alongside the numbers in the place that it's shown. So think of this as some sort of like fill-in-the-blank form, and every time you have a format code, the value of variable will be placed where those format codes are, and it's simply the order with which the format code appear in the string that the variables are given. So the first will be placed here, second will be placed here, and third, first plus second that is, will be placed over here. Now let's take a look, let's save this program and let's compile our code and see what happens. So gcc input output.c, and there we go. And we now have our executable. We run it. It says enter a number, so I'll enter 10, and then another number, I'll enter 5, and 5 plus 10 is 15. That's everything. Thank you.